Greetings, pals and gals. This is Spartan Alphazulu bringing you another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle against Skullcap. Uh, this is going to be my last two battles with this team. I feel like it's time to retire this team. I've gotten a good amount of wins with it, so let's get ready to rock and roll and enjoy the last two battles that this team brings us. I'm going to start off with Megalopony as always. He's going to open up with that Gliscor, and I'm okay with this because I can fake out, I can ice punch, I can take this thing out, or at least do a crap ton of damage to it to where I don't got to worry about it. But he's going to take it out knowing this and bring in that Magearna. And Magearna is a fairy and steel type. That special attack just dominates the OU metagame. And then with the ability Soul Link raising its special attack after it gets a KO, it is stupid. And Fake Out is not going to do anything to it. I also know I got to get Lopunny out of here because she's not going to do anything to this thing. Even though the steel fairy, it hits for neutral, won't do anything. I come in with Landorus, and I should not have done this. I should have immediately gone with Heatran, but I thought he was going to do a shift gear. And Fleur Cannon is going to knock the hell out of Landorus, taking it out of the match on turn 2. Oh my goodness. 4 of my Pokemon are weak to fighting types. Landorus and Mimikyu kind of balance that out, and I do not have Landorus, who's a very important Pokemon on my team. Going in with Heatran, which is who I should have gone with to begin with, from the start. And he switches, and I should have gotten my entry hazards up here, but I was just so adamant to go for the freaking kill on this thing. But I missed the opportunity to put in my entry hazards. I should have got him set up. And he brings in the Charizard. Lava Plume does next to nothing to it. I gambled here big time. You need to be careful when you're dealing with Charizard. One reason, because it has 2 Mega Evolutions, Y and X. X, it loses the Flying type and makes it susceptible to Earth powers, dealing a crap ton of damage and putting it in the red. But had he not Mega Evolved, and had it been your typical Mega Charizard X, he would have gotten a free turn and set up all over my Heatran. That's why you got to be careful, because you can choose not to Mega Evolve. He can get a Dragon Dance. My Earth Power would have missed, and he just set up on me. Lava Plume, after he switches into Gliscor, puts it at 50% health, but the Poison Heal activates, and now he's just going to start healing back up. I don't want to lose Heatran to an Earthquake here, so I'm going to switch out feeling a little thorny to go into Ferrothorn, and he's going to Roost, so I probably could have Lava Plume back and maybe taken it out, but Roost is going to put it back at full health either way. And I know Gliscor cannot do anything to Ferrothorn, and he's going to Stealth Rock, getting his entry hazards up, so that sucks because mine aren't up. And Leech Seed to sap the health out of Gliscor. Why do I keep wanting to call this thing Mega Gliscor? So now it's kind of wall versus wall. I know he's going to switch because I'm in a better position. Gliscor cannot do anything to Ferrothorn. I have no reason to switch. He's going to bring in Magearna. I knew the switch was coming, and I'm going to Thunder Wave. And I do not mind paralyzing this thing because Magearna is freaking annoying, especially holding a Choice Specs, which at the time I really did not know it was holding a Choice Specs. I mean, it could have been a Choice Scarf for all I knew. He's going to Aura Sphere, and it tears the heck out of Ferrothorn. And I'm going to Leech Seed just to start sapping the health. Actually, I should have known it was Choice Specs because on Showdown, a Fleur Cannon never OHKOs Landorus. It puts it in the orange, sometimes in the red, but it never OHKOs. I should have known better. I'm going to start getting my health back, just doing your typical Ferrothorny things. Protect to get my free turn, and just sapping this thing every turn for health. But, he's locked in Aura Sphere. I do pick up on this. I do pick up that it's either Spect or Scarf, but I'm still not sure. Either way, he is locked in an Aura Sphere, and I have an opening for Mimikyu to come in and set up right here. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to bring in Mimikyu, get my Swords Dance on the switch, and just set up. And that'll put me in at least a better position, and maybe I can start sweeping here. Or at least making a dent in this team, because I lost Lando. I got to start taking out some Pokemon, and I got to start doing it fast. And also, I missed that opportunity to get my entry hazards up, and I'm going to pay for that. And you will see here in a little bit. I'm gonna pay for it. Swords Dance going up, and he brings in Gliscor, and it's at full health. But I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna see if Gliscor can handle the truth, because I gotta at least put a dent in this wall or take it out of the match. And being at full health, I don't think it's gonna OHKO. But let's see what happens. Never-ending nightmare to come in, and those hands of truth pulling Gliscor through the portal and dealing so much damage from a critical hit that it takes it out of the match. That was a much needed break for me. That was awesome. That was a break I needed. Starmie coming in, but no Stealth Rocks are up, so no residual damage there. Shadow Sneak, because of its psychic typing, and it lives with 1. So had I had Stealth Rocks up, that would have done it. Scald, he does not get the burn, but he breaks my disguise, and that sucks because I was hoping to keep the disguise up so I can take out that freaking Hydreigon. But I mean, oh my gosh, that was on me. If only I had my Stealth Rocks up, I could have taken that thing out. Oh well. That happens. So now Hydreigon's going to come out, and I know I definitely don't outspeed this thing, but I also know I don't know what I didn't want to switch. I wouldn't even have known what to switch out into. And he's going to go for his Z move, the black hole, whatever the dark Z move is, black hole eclipse. And yeah, Mimikyu's not going to survive this. So Mimikyu getting blasted into the vacuum of space to get knocked out of the match. No way Mimikyu was surviving that. That sucks. That really does suck. So if only I had my Stealth Rocks up. I'm going to bring in Lopunny because I can just fake out and then high jump kick and take this thing out. And he's running low on options here. I didn't think he was going to switch because he doesn't want anything just to take a high jump kick to the face, even that Magearna. And I go for the high jump kick, but I miss crashing into the wall, and I lose Lopunny here. And once again, the momentum just shifts back into his favor. So yeah, that sucked. That kind of sucked. You got to watch out. I mean, that sucks about high jump kick. It does so much damage that, I love it. But when it misses, it sucks. I go with Greninja here, and I don't know why I did not see the switch coming. Because Hydreigon was still at a good amount of health. He had no reason to keep it in. The Draco Meteor lowered its special attack. I should have known he was going to switch. I go for the Ice Beam, and Magearna just laughs at it. Had I gone for the Hydro Pump, that probably would have taken it out, and I would have gotten my Ashes Greninja. So that was a big misplay on my part to get my momentum back, and I missed it. I'm going to go in with Ferrothorn. He sees this coming, switches into Chestnut, who you don't see, at all. I have never seen a Chestnut in OU. I love it in Monotype, but in OU, it's outclassed by, everything. But right there, Drain Punch to take my Ferrothorn out, despite the residual damage on it, is still at a good amount of health. But, props to him for using it, because Chestnut's an awesome Pokemon. It looks awesome. It is awesome. I'm going to go with Heatran, because I want to Lava Plume and take this thing out. But, once again, I should have seen the switch coming, because he spiky shields, and now he's just scouting me. Now he's just scouting me out, trying to just better his prediction options. And, that's what those moves do. They allow you to scout. They allow you to know what your opponent is trying to do, and maybe you can make a better decision. They are awesome to have. And right here, he switches out to go back into Hydreigon, and I use Lava Plume again, which I should have just gone with the Flash Cannon. And Lava Plume, because of the Dragon type resisting it, doesn't do anything to it. So I'm going to go for the Flash Cannon now, which, I should have just gone for the Lava Plume, but oh well. Going for the Flash Cannon, and he brings Chestnut back out. But the Flash Cannon actually does a decent amount of damage here to Chestnut. So that wasn't too bad of a move, I guess. I would have rather taken it out. Lava Plume would have taken it out, and I would have rather have done that. But, I'll take that. I'll take putting it that low. So now, Lava Plume, he doesn't switch, and Lava Plume is going to take out Chestnut. So finally, this thing's out. and I at least took something out and got a little bit of my momentum back. Mega Charizard X is coming out, but I outspeed this thing, and Earth Power is going to take out Mega Charizard X. So now we're 2 for 2, and all I have left though is Heatran and Greninja. All he has left is Hydreigon and Magearna, but Magearna is paralyzed. So at this point, I didn't want to switch, but I was also thinking, hey, what does this Hydreigon know that can take out Heatran? Lo and behold, look at that. No Surf. So yeah, that takes out Heatran. So I lose Heatran here, and now it sucks because I am stuck in a freaking Ice Beam with Greninja. But at the same time, maybe I'll get a crit. Or actually, I don't think a crit would have done anything to Magearna. But maybe it'll get Parahaxed. Parahax would have, that would give me a win. So maybe it'll get Parahaxed. Let's see what happens. Taking out Hydreigon with the Ice Beam, Greninja becomes fully charged and changes into Ash's Greninja. So my special attack got a little boost there, and it's not going to do as little damage as it did before because of the special attack boost from it going into Ash form. Magearna is going to come in, and I need this thing to get Parahaxed. If it gets Parahaxed, I win. Ice Beam to the face of Magearna, and it does not get Parahaxed. Fluor Cannon, zapping Greninja right out of the match for the win. That was disappointing. I mean, it was a good match, but I mean, nobody likes losing. But I mean, it's Pokemon. Part of the game is missing. Part of the game is, stuff like that happening. And we still come back and play it because we still love it. I mean, I've been in love with Pokemon since 6th grade. I'm 31 years old. Moving on to the match with Eric. And looking at this team, really the only thing I was worried about was that Mawile and Alolan Muck. His team is just, he uses Pokemon he likes. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. So I'm going to start off, as always, with Megalopony. And he's going to be starting off, I believe, with Sigilyph. I think it's Sigilyph. Let's see here. Yes, it is Sigilyph. So the Psychic and Flying type Pokemon, that's kind of weird. I haven't taken on this thing a lot. I haven't taken it on a lot. But he brings it back, not wanting to get hit with an Ice Punch, I'm assuming. And he goes with Mawile to intimidate and lower Lopunny's attack. So obviously it's a Mega Mawile. You don't use Mawile otherwise, I know you. I'm going to Mega Evolve and go for the Fake Out just to get it to flinch and get a little bit of damage on it. Had I gone for the high jump kick, that would not have done anything to this thing. It would have done a good amount of damage. I'm not going to say it wouldn't have done anything, but it wouldn't have taken it out, and I want this Mega Mawile gone. So Fake Out to plink it, and now I'm going to switch into Landorus to intimidate it back and lower that monster attack that it gets after Mega Evolving and going from a Swords Dance. But he switches, and he goes with his Primarina. So I U-turn here because I think Ferrothorn can just wall this thing all day. Just wall it, and he'll be forced to switch. So I'm going to go in with Ferrothorn, but he sees this coming from a freaking mile away, and you can guess what hidden power that is. Hidden Power Fire to take Ferrothorn out of the freaking match, and I lose a very important wall. So that sucked. Yep. But Primarina out of nowhere with that Hidden Power Fire. That was a very good prediction on his part. Touche. Bringing back Megalopony, and he's going to bring Mega Mawile back in. Well, it's just a Mawile right now, but he brings Mawile back in to intimidate Megalopony, and I'm going to Fake Out. And now I'm in a bind here because if this thing had Fire Punch, then Ferrothorn probably couldn't have walled it. I don't know if it did or not. Fire Punch or Ice Punch, that's, it's either or with your Mega Mawiles. I prefer Thunder Punch, but, it's either or. Thunder Punch or Fire Punch. I've never seen one with Ice Punch. Anyways, he Mega Evolves after I intimidate it. And he's going to go for the Swords Dance to make that freaking attack stat huge. Because when a Mawile Mega Evolves, it gets the ability Huge Power, which doubles its attack. Sucker Punch, look at that. Sucker Punch tearing Landorus up. At least I don't use it. And Earthquake is going to at least take Mega Mawile out. So at least I did not lose Landorus there, but holy crap, that sucker punch literally just took him to hell. He brings in Primarina, and I'm locked into an Earthquake. I don't know what the heck to switch out into. So screw it. Let's Earthquake and see what it does. Maybe I'll get a critical and take it out. But I put it in the red, and he's gonna Moonblast to take Landorus out. So, yeah. I'm in a bad position here, guys. Bringing in Megalopony, and I'm just going to revenge kill this thing with a return. So he's, for the team he's running, he's already in a better position than I am. He's just kicking me around on the ground. Sigilyph is going to come in, and I'm going to Ice Punch, hoping maybe I can get like a freeze and just luck out, but that never happens. He's going to Trick Room, and for those of you that don't know, Trick Room changes the battle dimensions around to where slower Pokemon go first instead of faster. So this is a Trick Room team, I'm guessing. I mean, obviously it is, but I don't think any of his other Pokemon knew Trick Room. I'm going to bring in Mega Heatran, and he's going to Air Slash to pop that balloon. And now I just want to take this thing out, and I need to hold off to where my faster Mons can just live, because with Trick Room up, yeah, he's going to be able to do all kinds of dirty shenanigans. I'm going to Lava Plume, and I'm going to take Sigilyph out of the match, so I don't got to worry about Trick Room anymore. At least I just need to hold off until the dimensions return to normal, and he's going to bring out the Ghost and Grass type. I can't freaking remember its name for the life of me. So he's going to bring this out, and I'm going to switch because I do know this thing at least learns Earthquake, and Megalopony is going to get hit with an Earthquake, dealing a good amount of damage to her, a very good amount of damage. And I'm going to Fake Out because thanks to the Scrappy ability, I can hit Ghost types. So that was... I'm catching a little bit of a break there. Now I'm going to Ice Punch, hoping I can just take this thing out. But it freaking just tanks it like a boss. And he's going to go for the Z move, the Tectonic Rage, the ground Z move. So I'm going to lose Megalopony here. And this sucks. This really does suck. So I'm in a very bad position here. And his little team of weirdness is just raffle stomping me all over the place. Delmiz, that's his name. I'm sorry, guys. Delmiz. I've only seen this Pokemon once or twice. So now I'm going to bring in Heatran, Grass Ghost. I can just Lava Plume this thing out of the match at this point. And there it is, Lava Plume, taking it out, and I don't got to freaking worry about this thing anymore. So Delmiz is out of the match. Going in with Mincio, the mono fighting type with Regenerator. I really did not know what to switch in, so I just left Heatran in, and he took it. Well, he didn't take it. He got knocked out. So Mega Heatran. Jesus, what's wrong with me? Heatran is out of the match. And now I can Hydrop Pump this thing and get my Ash's Greninja and just sweep. Or, Hydrop Pump can freaking miss. Freaking Mincio practicing those 5Ds of dodgeball to take Greninja out of the match. This has been a very bad night. Very bad night for me. Yep. So I'm going to go with my last Pokemon, the only Pokemon I got left, Mimikyu. And he's got 2 Pokemon left, but his last Pokemon is Alolan Muck. And Alolan Muck just completely walls Mimikyu. Everything I have on it for offense, this thing resists. He just busted my disguise with that poison jab. But I'm going to Swords Dance anyway, because I need my attack stat as high as can be, because maybe I can get a crit and just OHKO this Alolan Muck with Never Ending Nightmare. And Poison Jab is going to come in to deal a very good amount of damage, but it does not put me at low health or take me out. Play rough. Mincio does not like rough play, and it's out of the match. So now I got to worry about this Alolan Muck. Moment of truth right here. I don't even think a crit would have taken this thing out. But, I mean, I got high hopes. So let's see if Alolan Muck can handle the truth. I'm going to go for Never Ending Nightmare. And this, I mean, I didn't think there was a lot of, there really isn't a lot of Pokemon that can completely wall Mimikyu. It hits almost everything for neutral damage. But Alolan Muck is just one of those special ace in the holes that laughs at Mimikyu. Never ending nightmare, putting it at a decent amount of health, but then nom 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 on that berry. And I lose Mimikyu, and thus lose the match. So that sucks. Muck handled the truth. I lost the battle. But you gotta lose with grace, guys. You can't win them all. These were a lot of fun. And I'm glad I got, new team coming up. Later, guys.